I've seen things in this world, things no man should ever see. Things born from despair, things that walk alone, carrying the weight of kings. They say he was born between a curse and a prayer, a child of longing, a child rejected, carrying the weight of kings. In most is the hedgehog man, and if you look long enough, you will see I am right. It began with a prayer, or maybe it was a curse, depends who you ask. A story about what we do with the children we cannot love. 2 fathers, 2 sons, 2 forests. One question. Far north, in a gray kingdom of frost and smoke, there lived a farmer and his wife. They were good people, humble, poor, and desperate. Every night the man prayed for a child, but silence, only silence answered. Until one night, something inside him snapped. He knelt before the dying fire and whispered, "If heaven won't give me a son, then hell may send me one, even if he's a hedgehog." And hell listened. Meanwhile, far across the sea, deep in the green heart of the African forest, another man knelt. He too begged for a child. Beside him, his wife pressed her forehead to the red earth, praying to the ancestors. "Even if he is born marked by the spirits," she said, "let him live." And the earth listened. 2 prayers, 2 worlds, 1 answer. In the north, the farmer's wife screamed in labor for 3 nights. When the child came forth, he was neither beast nor boy. Tiny spines covered his back, and his hands curled like claws. The midwife fainted. The father turned away. In the forest, the woman's child was born beside a baobab tree beneath the full moon. He looked human, almost, but his skin shimmered faintly, and on his back grew soft silver thorns. The elders fell silent. The father looks at his son. The father trembled and said, "We have angered the gods," and then looks away. Both boys grew apart from men, feared and hidden. The northern one, in Germany, they name him Hans. "Hans My Hedgehog," they say, with laughter in their voices that cuts deeper than any blade. He grows in corners, in shadows, under stairs. His father will not touch him. His mother weeps when she must. The hedgehog man learned the ways of the woods. He built his home from broken branches and the bones of birds. He spoke to the wind, and the wind answered.
In Africa,
They call him Quito. He was mocked, kicked, and stoned. A boy who knew no love. He speaks to things that are not there, sees patterns others cannot perceive. The village tolerates him. But tolerance is not love. Both boys learn the same lesson. That there are people born into this world who the world does not want. Hans stops asking for affection. Instead, he asks for nothing. One day, he goes to his father and speaks in a voice like gravel. "Give me a rooster and bagpipes, and let your swineherd take me to the forest." The merchant agrees too quickly. Anything to be rid of the shame that walks on 2 legs in his house. So Hans leaves. Not banished, something worse. Permitted to go. Released like an animal from a trap. Quito also chooses exile. Or perhaps exile chooses him. He tells his father he is going to live with the old spirits in the deep forest. His father nods, does not try to stop him. And Quito understands that his leaving is a gift he gives his family. The gift of his absence. In the forest, both boys find something unexpected. Not happiness, but space. Space to exist without eyes that judge. Without voices that whisper. Either way, both boys belonged to the wild now. Years passed. The world forgot them. And then, one night, a northern king lost his way in the forest. For 3 days he has wandered, his fine robes muddied, his pride in tatters. He shouted for his men, but only his echo came back. Then from the mist, he sees the figure in the clearing, half man, half beast, playing pipes atop a giant rooster. And the hedgehog man appeared, half beast, half child, eyes bright and unafraid, the king not knowing whether to fear or laugh. But he is desperate. He begged for help. "Lead me home," he said, "and I'll give you anything you desire." Hans offers a deal. "I will lead you home, king, and in return, you will give me the first thing that greets you at your castle gates." The king agrees. What else could it be but a dog, a servant? When they reached the castle gates, the king fell to his knees, thanking the strange boy. The hedgehog man tilted his head and whispered, "Remember your promise." And the king, desperate to be rid of him, said, "The first thing that greets me when I return shall be yours." He had no idea that his daughter waited behind the gates, his beloved daughter running to embrace him. The king sees Hans, sees the quills, the inhuman eyes. And he lies. "I promise nothing to beasts." Meanwhile, far away, beneath a red moon, a great forest chief lost his path during a hunt. Darkness thickened around him. Drums faded in the distance. Then, from the undergrowth, 2 eyes glowed like embers. Quito appears before him. "I will show you the way home. Give me your word before the ancestors that I may have what you love most." The chief swears it. And when they reach the village, his daughter is there, waiting. The chief looks at Quito, at this strange, marked creature, and he remembers his oath. But he also remembers his pride. "I spoke to a man. I see only a ghost before me now." Both men return to their forests.
promises.
They bind kings and slaves alike. Both men had promised everything. Both men had given nothing. But debts, oh, debts are never forgotten. Not by the forest, not by the spirits. The Hedgehog Man returned. He came riding a great black rooster, its feathers sharp as knives. He stood before the castle and said, "I have come for what was promised." The king trembled. His daughter wept. But a promise made in desperation is still a promise, and so the wedding was arranged. In the forest, Quito, the spirit-marked boy, returned too. The drums were silent. He stood before the chief and said, "I have come for what was promised." The people cried out, "He is cursed! He is not human!" But the chief remembered his vow. He took his daughter's hand and said, "Let it be done." That night, firelight flickered against the walls. Two brides wept in two worlds. Two outcasts waited in silence. In the old tales, this is where the curse breaks, where the beast becomes a prince, where beauty's love transforms the monster into something acceptable. But this is not that story. Nothing transforms. Hans remains quilled. Quito remains marked and strange. But the women do not leave. They were bound by the promises made by their fathers. The princess learns to hear the music in Hans's pipes, to see the gentleness in how he tends his animals. The chief's daughter learns to sit in Quito's silence, to see the world through his different eyes. And slowly, they build something that has no name in any story. Not love that fixes, but love that accepts. So listen carefully. The fathers wanted sons who would bring them pride. The kings and chiefs wanted the world to be simple. Monsters in forests, beauty in castles. Promises that could be broken when keeping them became inconvenient. But their daughters learned what the fathers never could. That there are people in this world born different. Born wrong, some would say. And the question is never, can we fix them? The question is, can we love them anyway? Not every curse breaks. Not every beast becomes a prince. Sometimes, the story is about who has the courage to sit beside the fire, with someone the world calls monster, and call them family. This is the story of Hans My Hedgehog. And of Quito, marked by spirits. Maybe there's a Hans or a Quito in your world, someone who feels different, someone waiting to be seen. Reach out, show love whenever you can. It might change a life, maybe even yours. Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so others can join in these stories of heart and humanity.